Welcome back to Chalisco Crypto. Guys, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are welcome. Let's discuss, guys. Let's discuss Bitcoin. Let's discuss crypto. Let's see what is happening in the world of crypto, guys. I'm streaming a little bit late today, guys. So that is because, I have a lot of things on my heart, but, I said no, so I have to tune in at least. So let's discuss. Let's see what is happening in the market. There are some charts that show that so Bitcoin biggest move is around the corner. So the next biggest move is around the corner. So let's look the market and see the next target where we should be heading to. Yeah, guys, I can see the chart is up once again. So guys, you are welcome. So streaming a little bit late. So guys, so you are welcome. You are welcome. So I will be taking so much time. I say no. So at least I need to tune in at least. The market is up at least. Do better than yesterday, as you guys can see. So Bitcoin is above $106,000 once again. So during my live stream yesterday, the market was still hovering around $104,000. So when I was showing you guys that, James Weller, so he made a tweet. So he made a trade, so which he long into the market with long. So he was almost in lost position, but now he's back up to in profit once again. So this is why the market sometimes when you short the market, he was on S about a few hours ago said that so people was they was trying the way was trying to manipulate the market and for him to lose his trade. Yeah, guys, you are welcome. So guys, there are some of those charts that show that so Bitcoin the next biggest move is around the corner. So guys, smart delight, man, share this room with your friends and family. So let's discuss. Let's see what is happening in the market. So Bitcoin biggest move is around the corner. So we'll be looking into all those charts that show that Bitcoin biggest move is around the corner. So not just that, even if the North America Construction Engineering Company, so called Solar Bank, they just abducted another, which is a Bitcoin strategic reserve. We show that they will be adding more Bitcoin to their reserve, just like according to as most companies are now doing it, try to make sure that they add Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Yeah, guys, stay tuned. So at least stay tuned so that we'll discuss Bitcoin. So as I say, we'll be taking so much time so that we discuss we navigate around the market. So even if the Bitcoin's wallet that is holding between at least 1,000 Bitcoin, it just climbed up to 1,455 Bitcoin. So we show that so the ways they keep accumulating, the big boys keep accumulating. The big boys keep accumulating, the way keep accumulating more Bitcoin every single day. We'll be looking into most of those data together. So we show that so Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. Even if Eric Trump said that so he goes all into Bitcoin. I will play a short clip for you guys to also see. So which so Donald Trump Jr., so the brother of Eric Trump, he was saying that so why he go all in Bitcoin? That is because even if they debug them, so which the government can do that to any of us. So which is what Bitcoin stands for, freedom. So guys, we'll be looking into all those things. Even if the U.S. national team, U.S. national debt, it just hit all-time high record once again, which is crazy. She's saying, man. So we show that 36 trillion. So we show that more money still coming into this space. So this even if this national debt that hit all-time high, you guys know what that means. We show that more inflation coming. So the government keep printing more money. And one of the way to hedge against inflation is by, try to make sure you hold one of the strong assets, which is Bitcoin. Yeah, guys. You are welcome, guys. You are welcome. So let's discuss Bitcoin. Let's discuss crypto. You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome, man. So let's discuss Bitcoin. Let's discuss crypto. Favor. You guys are welcome. So Sita, J Boy, Miraculous. I'm here, guys. Victoria, I'm here. Yeah, Kingdom, you guys are welcome. Christabel, you guys are welcome. Sadiq, Rebel, Chukwuemeka, Tereka, so you are welcome. You are welcome. So let's discuss Bitcoin. Let's discuss crypto. Let's see what is happening in the market. Bitcoin is above $106,000 again, so which is fantastic. It's amazing. Favor, you guys can see. So the market is, slightly up today once again. Let me refresh the market. Slightly up, even if it is trading, above $2,600 once again. SRP is now still hovering above 1.2 $2.2 once again. So most of the altcoin, they like today at least they're slightly up. Solana is up about 6% in the past 24 hours. So it's trading above $160 once again, which show that most of the altcoin they like today they are slightly up. Whoa. Hyper liquidity, is been up about 11%, double digit for the day, man. Most of the average 4%. Most of the altcoins are up a day like today. So guys, let's dive into the market. Once again, you are welcome. So let's discuss Bitcoin. As you guys can see on the screen, guys. So US national debt at record with a 36.5 trillion, which is crazy. So this show that more money still coming into this space. Jude, you guys are welcome. So the government keep printing more money. Favor. So as you guys can see, the government they keep printing more money. Let's look at the chart here. So this is the chart of the US national debt hitting a record with a 36.5 trillion. So this is not a chart of Bitcoin. This is not a chart of Tesla. This is not a chart of Solana. So this is a national debt, the US national debt. The government, they keep issuing more debt every single day into the system. It's crazy. So not just even if the US is even better than most countries. Like most of you guys, if you are watching from Venezuela, so the debt is still going up high as high as high. It's crazy. Even if you're in Europe too. So even if the African countries, so their debt still going up every single day. You guys can see here, which is crazy. We show that so endless money keep coming into the system. Inflation keep going higher. This is why Jerome Paul. So you guys who was asking yesterday if Jerome Paul will cut a rate. This is why Jerome Paul don't want to cut rates. That is because the debts keep skyrocketing every single day. So the government keep printing more money. So which is crazy. One of the way to hedge against inflation, at least, for you to get out of this situation, is for you to at least to buy more Bitcoin. So this is why there's a chart who show that, for sure, Bitcoin, if history is on our side, it may be skyrocketing in this last place before the market, before we finally enter the next cycle. So which we'll be looking into that quickly anytime from now. So guys, on this with this headline you can see on my screen, let me zoom in. You guys can see it better. So the Bitcoin, this chart, this headline here, this is Bitcoin holders. Bitcoin holders with about 10,000 Bitcoin in their wallet. The numbers of wallets holding over 1,000 Bitcoin has climbed to 1,455 as of May 2025, making renewing way accumulation. The ways, the big boys, they keep accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. Every single day, they keep buying and buying. So we show that so this asset goes nowhere. If anybody is telling you that Bitcoin, yeah, for sure the market will dip back down if it's true on our side, at least to have another phase once again. But that does not mean that the asset is going nowhere. So which, as I always say, even if we dip back down, so we may know I don't think we dip back down like last cycle. So that is because we now have the Wall Street on our side. Bitcoin reserve everywhere. You guys will see just a Bitcoin conference a few days ago, which is still not even up to a week, when Pakistan also announced that they will still be creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So, there's another Bitcoin strategic reserve which I'll still be showing you guys just now. So we show that more money still coming into the space. More people coming into the crypto space. Yeah, J Boy, you guys are welcome. Sladdy, you guys are welcome, man. So you guys are welcome. So guys, every single day when you tune in, try to make sure you share the stream with your friends and family so they can be tuning in with us. We'll be able to share the idea of the market together so that, so we will not left anybody behind. So nobody should be left behind. So that whenever Bitcoin is up, we will all be able to take a profit to be able to accumulate this financial freedom together. So we need to achieve a financial freedom together. So guys, you guys can see, the way they keep accumulating, the big boys keep adding more Bitcoin to their portfolio. So this is another headline here from Bitcoin Magazine. As you guys can see, publicly traders, the blockchain group, buy about 624 Bitcoin for 16 million euro. So more people adding more Bitcoin every single day. More buyers coming into the space. We show that every single day, everybody keep realizing that so it's like this is one of the best assets in the history of mankind. That's because over the past 1 decade, so Bitcoin has been one of the best performing assets. So 2011, Bitcoin was still trading below $1. A day like today, we are still trading above $106,000, which you guys can see. We show that there's no any other asset that has outperformed Bitcoin over the past few years. Yeah, that's another one here again. North America Construction Engineering Company Solar Bank have brought a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Everybody want to adopt a Bitcoin strategic coin reserve right now. So everybody want to add it to make sure that they add Bitcoin to their portfolio, which is necessary. So for sure, the way the national debt keep going up and our buy power keep dropping down. So one of the way to hedge against inflation is to add a strong asset like Bitcoin to your portfolio. So which is why every single day I try my possible best to tune in, please to encourage you guys to not sell your Bitcoin to the waste, the big boys. So which are manipulating the market, which they want to buy in a lower price. Don't forget, so US already add Bitcoin to their reserve and they want to buy $1 million, 1 million Bitcoin. So what about almost about $360 billion? So those big boys don't want to buy in a higher price. I saw it on chain about a few hours ago. Even if BlackRock moved a huge amount of Bitcoin, what about $500 million to Coinbase Prime? So one thing is that they want to dump in the market, but there are still people who is accumulating, which I think So the flow, which is this cycle has still not ended yet, so you don't have to be scared. So even if the market still pushed down slightly, so please, so I saw it on chain that they move about $500 million to at least to Coinbase Prime, which is not a good about for sure we still have more buyers. So don't think that so okay, even if when BlackRock move a huge amount of Bitcoin like that to S-trade, the market may be dipping down anytime soon. No, I don't think so, guys. So, guys, I see guys can see yesterday, which Michael Saylor added $75 million worth of Bitcoin to their portfolio strategy, to which Michael Saylor, the CEO, posted it on their S account yesterday. But right now, as you guys can see, Saylor, he said that they will be raising more money. They will be offering at least their stock, which is STRD, their stock, at least to raise more money, to buy more Bitcoin strategy. So they keep using their strategy at least to make sure that my casino is big going crazy, man. So even if the guy keep buying and buying and buying, even when they are now holding $61 billion worth of Bitcoin, they keep issuing more of their stock to make sure that he accumulates all the Bitcoin. you know, Can you imagine, let's say, for example, when Bitcoin head up to $1 million per coin, even 10 million, if Bitcoin head up to $10 million per coin, because Saylor is targeting Bitcoin to be heading up to $10 million per coin over the next few years. If Bitcoin head over to $10 million per coin, so strategy will be, like Saylor will be one of the first trillionaires on this planet. It's crazy. So the guy keep buying and buying and buying. So guys, let's see what next. This is the chart here, guys. This is what I was saying just now. As you guys can see with the chart, this is from the crypto quant. Crypto quant analyst says it is not a time to lose a hope in cycle patterns repeat. So which I always say to you guys. So as you guys can see, a drop in Bitcoin dominance, so which I showed you guys about Winifred last week, showed you guys the Bitcoin dominance, that the Bitcoin dominance is still up. So which is why our altcoin, so if you are holding altcoin, so that is why the altcoin are still down. Like for example, your Solana, your Ethereum, your ADA, your SRP, so the money flow out from those altcoin to Bitcoin. So the Bitcoin the dominance could trigger sharp altcoins realize in the finance phase. So as I always say, so history, if history is on our side, we are in final phase of the market. Okay. So if Bitcoin dominance drop, so if Bitcoin dominance drop down, so as you guys can see here in my right corner, so please let me try to make sure that, let me remove this camera so you guys can see the chart better. Okay. So as you guys can see, the right hand here. So if history repeats itself, so because we are in the final phase of the market, at least, so more money will flow into those altcoins for sure. So our alt bag will spike up before the end of this cycle. So we show that, so you don't have to be scared if you are still holding altcoin. So, which I think is not a good time to buy right now. So, buying an altcoin. So, at least if you want to buy for a short term, good. But, using if you are buying for a long term, using a DCA for sure. So, you will never go wrong by adding Bitcoin to your portfolio. So, if you are buying a Bitcoin, you never go wrong if you are buying for a long term. So, please, using a DCA, yes, so favor financial freedom. That is what we want to accumulate. Accumulate all those altcoins so that we'll be able to achieve a financial freedom for sure. So financial freedom is what we are working for. So at least it's not a motivation. It's not about a motivational speakers or maybe motivating someone. But at least this is one of the way at least accumulate more Bitcoin and crypto so that whenever the market is up, you'll be able to take profit and live a better life. So not by working 9 to 5 every single day, and the government keep printing more money. You can't able to, you can't even afford to eat good food to live a better life. So imagine, so people who have invested in Bitcoin over the past few years, they are now millionaire in dollars. So at least living a better life. So guys, this chart here is showing that altcoin, we are still on track. So please, so if a Bitcoin dominance pull back, have a good pullback. Let's quickly look at the Bitcoin dominance once again. So Bitcoin dominance. So the fear and greediness is here. Fear and greediness dip below 60 once again. It's around 58. So this is a Bitcoin dominance. Boom, Bitcoin dominance is around 63.2% as of now. So if Bitcoin dominance dip back down to like a 55%, that is because January here, Bitcoin dominance was still between 53 to 54%. So you guys can see here. So Bitcoin dominance was still around 50-something percent here between January here. So if Bitcoin dominance even dip back down to 58%, so more money will flow into all those altcoins. So you don't have to be scared, guys. We are still on track. All you just need to do, keep using DCM. But in short term, the market may still be down, but don't be. We may be heading. If the good thing is that Bitcoin is above $106,000, so we have a huge support around this $106,000. We have a huge support here. So if we'll be able to stay, because we are hovering around the 100, and now it's $105,900. So if we'll be able to stay above $106,000 for a while, so we have a huge support here. Bitcoin may be heading up to $110,000 next. So it's a good thing that Bitcoin is back above $106,000 once again. So if we could stay above, good guys. Yeah, guys, keep smashing the like, smash the like. Try to make sure that your this thing is on. Smash the like. Try to make sure that smash the like. Try to make sure that your notification is on, and smash the emoji too. Make sure that the stream is shared with your friends and family. Yeah, fear and greediness has gone down. Osita. And because you all know that each time the market devalues slightly, more people run into fear once again. People are being fearful once again. Because imagine because Bitcoin divided down from $112,000, which is our recent all-time high, from $112,000 to $106,000. So Bitcoin just lose $6,000 in price. People be fearful once again. So don't forget, just between 1.5 months ago, Bitcoin was still trading around 74,000. So the market is already still way too up, guys. So we are still up. Yeah, guys, this is a short clip from Donald Trump Jr. He told CNBC he went all in on Bitcoin and crypto because his family was debunking it, which can happen to anyone. you know. So you may even have money in bank that will not allow you to withdraw them, or they may not even allow you to open bank account with them. So he said that this is why he went all in Bitcoin. So it's just a short clip. So from Donald Trump Jr. explaining why he go all in Bitcoin. So this is the son of the president of the United States telling us that he was debunking. So if the son of the president of the United States, if he was debunking, so who do you think we are that we can't be debunked? So let's listen to the short clip. So before we go further, guys. So as I always say, so as I said just now, so we'll be wasting so much time. So we now do Q&A. We call it a day. So let's quickly listen to the short clip from the son of president of the United States, man. Let's listen to him.
Reason we got into crypto and we're all in on crypto and we're doing American Bitcoin and we have World Liberty Finance and USD1 was because there was a time, and probably I'd been on this show, where I could call any single banker in New York City. They'd pick up the phone. I'd be able to get a loan for whatever real estate project I was doing across the street. Then we got into politics, and all of a sudden, they wouldn't take your call.
Yeah.
Couldn't get financing. We were debanked. And what I realized, and my brother realized, because we were the recipients of every subpoena imaginable, was that you know what? We were actually just the top of this sort of pyramid scheme that we didn't realize we were a part of, that the financial system was totally undemocratized because we had a certain balance sheet and whatever, we could kind of do whatever we wanted. The regular guy was messed up. Now we were all of a sudden in the shoes of the regular guy that wouldn't be able to take advantage of the markets. And we said, what's the solution for that? The answer is crypto. These decentralized platforms where you're not beholden to this, where you create efficiencies. As a guy that did real estate, why am I paying points in and out for title insurance that can be done on the blockchain?
Yeah.
So we got into crypto not because it was like, hey, this is the next cool thing. We got into it out of necessity.
Out of necessity.
Because we understood just how quickly we could be turned off, even as an incredible developer from New York City. I mean, I don't think anyone would argue that we didn't change the skyline of New York City, but that disappeared in an instant. I mean, we're getting sued by New York State AG, $500 million fees for paying back loans on time with interest. These aren't, fair markets. There's nothing egalitarian about any of that. So we actually, as innovators, as people who understand these things, we went all in on a concept that makes total sense because we'd actually been the recipient of how quickly that can be shut off.
Yeah.
And so it actually makes total sense. The Trump organization isn't doing anything with foreign countries. The first time around in the administration.
So, guys, you all heard that. So, what Donald Trump Jr. is saying is that, so the banking system, so it's not decentralized. So it's so centralized in a way that they can cut you off anytime, any day. They can cut you off. So one of the way is for you to go all in Bitcoin and crypto. So that is why I go all in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Right? Because even if today, so they also established a mining company. So the family of Donald Trump, so they're already establishing, they're already establishing, a mining company in order for them to be mining Bitcoin. So that is one of the ways. Let's say, for example, if you have a good amount of money, and you have a cheap electricity, it's even better to be mining Bitcoin. So at least power the Bitcoin network, to be getting some Bitcoin. That's because it take a huge, you need which is electricity at least to mine Bitcoin. So guys, on this headline here, which you can see on my screen here, so Bitfin has set 7,000 Bitcoin worth 331 million to Jack Miller's 2021 capital. So during Bitcoin conference, so Jack Miller, he said that so at least you'll be able to deposit Bitcoin on their Bitcoin and crypto, even if USDT in their treasury. So at least you'll be able to borrow against them. So now a lot of, even if a Theta, I also saw it on chain Theta. I don't think I have the headline here. So what Theta do is that Theta's also set almost about $4 billion in USDT and a USDC to this Jack Miller 21 Os Capital. I think they want to borrow money, at least try to make sure they get extra cash from them. So which is that's one of the way at least to borrow money as of now. So maybe you hold Bitcoin, so you don't want to sell. So it's one of the way at least to borrow against your asset too. Which is not that good to me. That's because what happened, see, because they just get started. That's because a few years ago, if you deposit on Celsius, so I was here, I was having a huge, good amount of money on Celsius too. But what happened is that, when wrecked people, so when Celsius run into bankruptcy, 90% of people lost their money. So they pay, they finally decide to pay us back, pay every holders back. Like, I was holding between about $5,000 then. So they paid me back about 1,005, which is crazy. So that means I lost how much? So lost back almost about $3,500. So which is crazy. So which is why every single day I'm here to encourage you guys, to not to make the same mistake which I made over the past few years. So the best strategy is by using a DCA, buying as much as you can each time the market is back down, so that you will be in profit whenever the market is back up once again. So guys, quickly, as you guys can see, let's do Q&A, guys. Let's do Q&A, question and answer. So we call it a day, man. So let's do Q&A. Let's do question and answer, man. Yeah, favor. Well done, my man. Sita. Greetings, guys. You guys are all welcome. You guys are all welcome. You guys are all welcome. Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay, guys. It's just a matter of time. So the market always has up and down, which is for sure. Crypto market is always volatile. Investing in crypto alone is already risk. But don't forget, one of the biggest risks in life is not taking any risk. So investing in crypto is risk. So not investing in crypto too is also a risk. So if you have invested just $10 in 2011 when Bitcoin was situated below $1, today you will be holding just $10 investment. Today you will be holding $1,000,000 in your bank. So which is it sounds crazy, but that is how it is. But don't forget that the volatility of the market is always here. But in more time, in future, for sure, the volatility will keep dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. So the volatility keep dropping every single time. So for sure that, the market will keep going up every single cycle, and the volatility will keep reducing. Yeah, thank you guys. Good day, Chukwemeka, guys. I'm here. Good day, guys. Yeah, Joe. Sad. I'm here, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Favor. Financial freedom is all we want to achieve, man. at least for us to achieve a financial freedom, accumulate more Bitcoin, accumulate more the good cryptocurrency, the good altcoin. So, which is why I will be starting a DCA portfolio in a front run. So, next few months. So that is because I still think that so in this Bitcoin and crypto space, we still have a phase which this chart show it just now that before the end of this phase of this cycle, so which I think I will buy down. So once the market start going down, so dipping down, at least if history is on our side. So once the market start consolidating down, so at least buy down and buy back up. So if I will be using a DCA with almost about $50, I'll be adding the $50 to my portfolio once in a week. So the purpose of that open portfolio, DCA portfolio, is for you guys to see that so for sure, in a long run, this year it works. So if you buy Bitcoin and crypto in a long run, so without not even timing the market, just by buying $50 every single day. So if I DCA for like 2 good years, you guys will see. So once the market 2 good years will cost between about $4,000. So and once the market come back up, you guys will see that so for sure, so that $4,000 portfolio, it will be worth at least between 40 to to be worth between 40 to $50,000 portfolio. So which you guys will be see what I will be buying. There's no need to ask, okay, so what should I buy? So it's not a financial advice, and just for me to show you guys what I will be doing. So you guys will be seeing that portfolio. Yeah, fear and greediness is slightly down. So because a lot of people be fearful once again. But nevertheless, the market is still holding strong. So Bitcoin is still hovering around there. $106,000, which is nice. Yeah, it can be the banking. Let's say, for example, you have some money in bank. You tell them you need loan. Just like now, I showed you guys just now that so they transferred the Bitfinex transferred a huge amount of money in Bitcoin to 21 so capital. So for them to borrow money there. So you don't even need to ask them for you to deposit there. All you just need to do you deposit there and borrow. So let's say if you are holding a huge amount of money in bank right now, you may decide to that okay, so since to be I'm holding $20,000 here. So do this. I want you guys to borrow me such amount of money. They may decide to say no, or you go to bank to withdraw your money. They say no, you can't withdraw. So so what do you want to use them for? So at least they may even deny you to even withdraw your money, which is crazy. So the banking system, that is how it works. So that is because this money you deposit them, they load them out to another person. They don't even have such amount. If for example the whole total money which let's say I and you we deposit $20,000. That $20,000, it's not in the bank, so they already load them out to another person. So tomorrow, when you go to the bank to withdraw that money, you will not even get it to withdraw. That is because they already load out your money, which is crazy. So you that you have that money, you will be able to access the money. So that is how the banking system works. So guys, once again, so don't forget you are smart and you are intelligent. With Bitcoin and crypto, for sure, we will all achieve a financial freedom together. So all you just need to do is to keep accumulating using the DCA strategy, which has been working over the past few years. So by buying anytime you have some cash on your side. So you guys can see, so the past 24 hours chart, so here, so most of the altcoin are slightly up. Winifred so added 5.4%, going to almost about 6%. So we show that so market is looking strong once again. So even if so right now, so we don't have much volume. So more volume may be coming. At least maybe taking the market back. If we'll be able to stay above $106,000, to be a good chart. So at least maybe taking the market back up to $110,000 anytime any soon. So always try to make sure you take profit. So if you're in profit, so that each time the market dip back down, you will be able to accumulate more Bitcoin and crypto. So, guys, I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. So that is why I try to make sure your notification is on, so that each time that I'm live, you get notified. We'll be able to discuss Bitcoin and crypto. So smash the like, press the subscribe button. So once again, with Bitcoin and crypto, we will all achieve financial freedom together, man.